Hello, everyone. I hope your day is going very well. So, today we're going to be looking at UK versus Australia for physiotherapists. Okay, we're going to be comparing the speed of registration, pay, exams, and other factors. If you're a physiotherapist deciding between UK and Australia, you should stick with this video. Both countries actively recruit physiotherapists, but the process, timeline, and earning potential are different. So now let's look at registration. For the United Kingdom, we have the regulator as HCPC. There are no licensing exams like we've said many times before for the United Kingdom, but you go through a credential assessment and an English language test if your country is not under the countries that are exempt. Okay, complexity is really low, but you need to make sure that you have all the documents that are required of you, you know. So for many people, UK seems to be their goal. Australia, the regulator is the Physiotherapy Board of Australia through AHPRA. So to register with AHPRA, you have to first of all go through the Physiotherapy Council, that is APC, where they will now go through your take you through credentialing, check your documents, and make sure that you have an equivalent study with Australian educational system. Okay, you can have general or limited registration available. In Australia, overseas physiotherapists must complete that structured assessment process, and it's now called Australian Physiotherapy Entry Pathway. Now, when we look at the timelines for UK basically takes like 3 to 6 months, and you can even register while you're still searching for a job. While Australia takes about 6 to 12 plus months, the time depending on your um, situation, the assessment speed and what the outcome of the assessment is, whether you require bridging or supervision. So if you want something fast, then UK still leads in that regard. Then when you look at the physiotherapist pay for UK, typical annual pay is between £31,000 to £55,000. And like we said before, the physiotherapist is placed between the NHS band 5 to 7. Okay. Working for private settings may score higher for you. Then for the Australian physiotherapists, the pay is typically between 70,000 Australian dollars and 100,000 plus Australian dollars per annum. And salaries may vary by city also. Yeah. And also where you choose to work. So then when we look at the visa and migration pathways, for United Kingdom, we have the Health and Care Worker Visa, which is designed for healthcare professionals. That visa allows you to apply for a job and then get a sponsor. And then once you get that sponsor, you can apply for the visa and come into the country to work. Okay. Your dependents can be carried and it's a pathway to settlement. For Australia, you have quite a number of visas in Australia. You have the skilled migration visas, subclass 189, 190, 491. Going into details for that is beyond the scope of this video. Okay, and you also have employer-sponsored visas. You have permanent residency options, and regional incentives are also available because different regions have a way of wooing people to come to work for them or work there. Now, for Australia physiotherapy entry pathway, okay, you have the eligibility assessment and cultural safety training. That's the first step. You check your credentials to make sure that you're eligible, and then you do a cultural safety training. As a result of that, you may either do a written assessment or a clinical assessment. It may also result in you getting an interim certificate or what you call limited registration. Okay, that interim certificate helps you practice under supervision while you are completing your other assessments. Then when we look at the costs, UK has lower upfront costs, no professional exams, and seems like it has a faster return on investment. Whereas for Australia, you have assessment fees all the way from APC to APEP assessment fees, possible exams and workshops, longer time before, full independent practice if you have to work under supervision. even though there's limited opportunity for limited registration. Okay, so you can still work even though you have as exams pending. Now, who should choose? Okay, choose if UK, if you want to relocate quickly. Like we've said many times here before, if you prefer a simpler process, and if you're testing the idea of working abroad first, you just want to have that experience of working abroad, then people will always choose UK because it seems like the easiest, most straightforward pathway. Then choose Australia if you want a higher pay in the long term, if you are committed to a structured assessment and you are planning settlement and family migration, and you're also willing to invest, you know, a lot of effort and money. So um, that's basically it. You can go for Australia because Australia is not bad in the long run. Yeah. So we have already said before that the wrong choice isn't UK or Australia. The wrong choice is making your decision without knowing the trade-offs. Okay. If I choose UK, what am I giving up or what am I going to benefit from? If I choose Australia, what am I giving up or what am I going to benefit from? So this is where everything physio comes in. Like we always say, we always bring clarity to you to help you make informed decisions. So if this has helped you, remember to like, subscribe, and comment, you know, if you want more details about UK or Australia. And I'll see you in the next video. Have a nice day.